From position number 19, from Western Australia, he finished 4th in last year's national final in car number 66, Hayden Norman. On the next row of the grid, in car number 23, from Victoria, Sean Henry. I thought that would get a reaction. Starting out of position number 17, the winner of the B main, car number 98, Jason Jewell. Starting out of position number 16, from South Australia in car 125, Mark Gartner. Out of position number 15, driving car number 52, Stephen Watts. From position number 14, driving car number 83, David Barry. On his inside, in car number 45, a multiple state champion from Tasmania, Troy Russell. The next row of the grid, from position number 12, in car number 148 from South Australia, Reese Heinrich. And on Reese's inside, driving car number 28 from Tasmania, Dale Riley Jr. We now move to the top 10. From Victoria, driving car number 7, Richard Banzema. And on Richard's inside, from Western Australia, the West Australian champion in car 163, Jason Oldfield. From position number 8, on the 4th row outside, from Victoria, driving car number 15, Kai Walters. From position number 7, in car number 71, from Victoria, Jacob Vuleman. From position number 6, in Victoria, number 4, Morris Oggy-Ahern. From position number 5, in Victoria, 74, Lenny Bates. From position number 4, looking to become the first driver in history to win 4 Australian titles. He has 3. He's the Victorian champion, Brad McClure. From position number 3, he's podiumed in this race before, in car number 48 from Victoria, Michael Clark. And from the front row, the 2 times and defending champion, starting on the front row for the 13th consecutive time, if that is anything insane, I've never heard it before. Will he go back to back and win his 3rd? From position 2, it's Anthony Bear. And our pole car, he went through the entire weekend undefeated, won 4 from 4. He's car number 111 this weekend. He's won this event twice. Can he go 3 times? It is Robbie Foe. There are our 20 finalists. We go down to Brett, who's going to have a talk with our front row.
Yeah, thanks very much for that, Jason. Very great reception from all the Redline crowd. A lot of cheers for everyone. A couple of boos for this bloke here, Anthony Bear. Mate, how's the nerves? You were nervous after that first seat, but have you settled down now?
It hasn't hit me yet, so it's nice not to come off pole, honestly. Normally I get to these things and have 4 wins and look like a loser in the final, so hopefully we can do that to Foe, but honestly I don't think we're going to touch him. Honestly, as I said, you see what he's doing and he looks the best out there right now and the sort of track for him, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah, that is true, but the thing is that you guys haven't actually matched off in a heat race yet.
Yeah, as I said, you can tell by the sort of pace in the cars he's running with. I think we got most people's pace, but we'll see how we go with him. And Foe's been running real clean and fast, so as I said, he's beat me from the back before, and now starting at the front with him in the Australian titles is a different thing, so hopefully we can run with him, and then you never know from the back as well.
Well, it's 40 laps, it's a long way, anything can happen. I look at you guys and I think, you know, you've got that first one under your belt, you've both got 2 wins, so does that sort of make it a little bit less pressure when you come to the final now?
I thought it made it easier when I got the first one. Everyone said the first one's the hardest. It took me 8 years to get another one. So I thought I'd run out of ways to lose them every year, and then I seem to lose them another way when I'm miles in front. So tonight doesn't feel like pressure because we've got it, mate, and we didn't have a lot of pressure. We could start 21, but we wanted to come here. So if we don't win, we don't win. You know what I mean? It's we'll give it everything, and we're not here to run second. So I've crashed out on the last corner, last lap before losing. So we're not here to run second.
Well, there you go. A defending and two-time Australian champion, Anthony Bear, who will start off the front row, and alongside this man from Mildura. He doesn't travel a lot, but he loves the big shows, and when he gets there, you just rise to the top. Robbie, how you feeling right now?
Yeah, feeling pretty good. Looking forward to it.
How cool is that, huh? He's a bit casual. Are the nerves actually bubbling away underneath, or are you just this calm?
No, I don't sort of get too nervous. I'm just here to enjoy it, have a good time. It should be a good race. Tyres is going to be a massive thing out here. There's a few throttle stompers back in the pack. I just got to try and save mine, and chances are mine will blow out too. But we'll just cruise around for a while, I think, just see what happens. And if they want to go, they can go. I'll just going to cruise around.
I don't believe you at all.
No, you watch last 20. If we're still there, we'll have a crack, but it's tyres.
So those first few laps will be okay in clear air. Hopefully, how are you going to play it once you get to some lap traffic?
Well, hopefully lap cars do their thing and hold their line. If they don't, we'll see what happens, I guess.
Whatever happens, happens.
That's exactly right.
Mate, you've been in great form, and you've got the form on the board with 2 wins as well. You're looking for your third. Good luck tonight. We hope to see, well, we know very hard. But put your hands together. Redline Raceway is our field for the 2016 Spencer Race Engine Speedway Sedans Australian Street Stock Championship. Make their way around this beautifully prepared racetrack. Keep the noise going as they come past. And we will go green in just a few seconds, Jason.
Stand by. Australian Street Stock title for 2016 at Redline Raceway. Comes out at turn 4 going clockwise. Set for dispatch. Racing. Great start. Robbie Foe leads them up into turn 1. Anthony Bear in second place as they move out of turn 2 and down the back straight. Here's the challengers coming. There's trouble mid-pack, Lenny Bates, and also another car involved, but they sort themselves out and move down the main straight. 1 lap down and 39 to go. Brad McClure comes underneath of Anthony Bear and goes into second spot. Comes around Robbie Foe, and on the outside goes Anthony Bear. We've got trouble further back in the field. Anthony Bear's taken the lead. Robbie Foe back there in second place as they come out of turn 4. It'll all amount to naught. The yellow lights have come on. Gartner and also Sean Henry have it coming together on lap number 2. Hands them up. Wait for the green lights. 20 cars remain on track. The national final is back underway. Robbie Foe leads them up the main straight into Pitts Bend. Anthony Bear in second place, Brad McClure third, and Morris Ahern fourth. Anthony Bear goes underneath the Robbie Foe and takes the lead as they go into turn 3 and 4. Bear, Foe, McClure, 3 of the biggest names in Australian street stock history, and the side-by-side, there was .102 separating the 3 of them. It's now Brad McClure in front. We've had 3 leaders in 2 laps. McClure in front, back to Bear in second place. He's on the outside. Robbie Foe there in third. On the inside is Morris Ahern. On the extreme outside is Kai Walters. So move down the main straight. Bear and McClure side by side. Robbie Foe in third, Ahern fourth. On the outside is Kai Walters. Ahern loses a spot as they go down the back straight. Anthony Bear back in front as they come out at turn 3 and 4. On the inside is Brad McClure. Kai Walters up near the concrete wall as it's now McClure back in front. That's 5 lead changes in 4 laps as McClure, Bear, back to Kai Walters in third place. Morris Ahern all over the inside of 111 Robbie Foe, and on the outside is Mick Clark. He's on the outside of Foe. Foe's going backwards. It's a McClure. Bear. Oh, trouble here in the main straight. Kai Walters has spun. Someone somehow got between Kai Walters and the wall, but made contact with it on the process. They were going very quickly indeed. Right underneath us here, we've got trouble in the national final. Away in racing. Down into turn one. Robbie Foe immediately comes back underneath of Anthony Bear. Back to Morris Ahern in fourth place. Michael Clark. It's a challenge coming further back, and that would be from 148 Reese Heinrich on the outside of Richard Banzema as they come into the main straight. McClure, Bear, Foe, Ahern. A car length back then to the fifth place car of Michael Clark. Reese Heinrich up to sixth place. Banzema seventh. Then back to David Barry, Mark Gardner. Then Lenny Bates is 10th. Jason Oldfield back to 11th. Dale Riley Jr. 12th. And Jason Jewell is a big mover through the field. He's up into 13th place after winning the B main. So down the back straight they go again. It's Brad McClure with 33 laps to go this time around. He leads Anthony Bear and Robbie Foe as they come into the main straight. Back in fourth place is that of Morris Ahern. Michael Clark in fifth as they come down the main straight. Then Heinrich, Banzema. Heinrich on the outside, Banzema the inside, then back to Barry, and then Mark Gardner is ninth, and then a few car lengths back to Lenny Bates. Jason Oldfield under pressure. He's been passed by the 28 of Dale Riley Jr. on the outside, and on the inside it looks like it could be the 52 car of Stephen Watts. Anthony Bear meantime tried to pass Brad McClure. McClure down low on the track, Bear following him through. Back down in third place, it's the 111 of Robbie Foe. Morris Ahern in fourth place. Michael Clark fifth. Reese Heinrich in sixth place. A gap to 2 car lengths back to Banzema. Gardner on the outside, David Barry the inside, that's 8th and 9th. As now Morris Ahern goes underneath of the 111 car, Robbie Foe, and into third place. We've got 30 laps to go in the Australian final for Spencer Race Engines. And it's Brad McClure by 2 car lengths. Back then to Anthony Bear. Third place is Morris Ahern, Robbie Foe fourth. Fifth place is Michael Clark. Behind them is Reese Heinrich. Gardner up to seventh now around the outside of Banzema. And back in eighth place after that, it will be David Barry. And also right there with them is Lenny Bates. Out of turn 2 and back down the back straight once again. It's Brad McClure by 2 car lengths. Back then to Anthony Bear in second place. Third place Morris Ahern, a gap of a few car lengths. Back then to Robbie Foe. On the inside of Robbie Foe would be that of Michael Clark and Reese Heinrich in sixth place. Gardner, Banzema, Barry, and then back to Lenny Bates, Steve Watts, Jason Jewell, Dale Riley Jr., Jason Oldfield, Sean Henry, Troy Russell, Hayden Norman and Matt Templer and Kai Walters. That's the entire order. Down into turn 1 once again. There's a car length separating the 2 of them. It's the 2 champions going at their business. It's Brad McClure by a car length over Anthony Bear. McClure just cannot afford to make a mistake. 26 laps to go. Look at the battle for fourth place behind Morris Ahern. Anthony Bear again comes up behind Brad McClure. There's not much in it. He's looking to the inside now. Can he get through? No, he can't. Ahern right there with them. Foe in fourth place. Back to Reese Heinrich. And also there is Michael Clark. 3 across the track for 4th, 5th and 6th place. Back to Banzema. On the outside is Gardner. Barry 9th. In 10th place is that of Stephen Watts, Lenny Bates, Jason Jewell. They come out of turn 4 again. We've got 24 laps to go in the Australian final. And it's Brad McClure. He's out by a comfortable 2 car lengths. Second place is that of Anthony Bear. Third place, Morris Ahern. Robbie Foe 4th. Michael Clark 5th. 6th place is still Reese Heinrich. Here's a challenge on the outside of Richard Banzema. That is by Mark Gardner in the South Australia 125. Back down to David Barry in 9th. A gap back down to Stephen Watts in 10th place. After Watts, we've got Lenny Bates and Jason Jewell, the winner of the B main, in 12th. Then back to Sean Henry in 13th. There's only one car out of the final with 22 to go, and that's Jacob Vuleman into the main straight again. It's Brad McClure leading this one. Oh, Jason Jewell. Jason Jewell's run out of noise almost. He's gone back to second last. Out in front though, it's Brad McClure who leads. Second place is Anthony Bear. McClure starting to get away. The 98 car retires. Out of turn 2 again. Only the one stoppage in this amazing spectacle. Morris Ahern all over the back end of Anthony Bear. But at the halfway mark, 20 down and 20 to go in the 53rd and final race of the night, of the weekend, of the biggest Australian title of all time. Looking to make his own history and become the first driver to win 4 Australian titles. It's Brad McClure out by 3 car lengths on Anthony Bear. Morris Ahern third. Robbie Foe is still there in 4th place. Heinrich all over the end. Robbie Foe spins. The yellow lights will have to come on. Robbie Foe has spun down in turn 1. Now, was there contact? We'll wait and back underway. McClure leads. Here's the chance for Morris Ahern. Ahern gets underneath of Anthony Bear. As they come out of turn 2, Bear looms large on the outside of McClure. As they go down into turn 3, Ahern. Oh, Ahern and Bear have spun. Oh, look out. Anthony Bear stranded down there in turn number 4. Morris Ahern and Anthony Bear have made contact. Ahern, Foe, Clark, Gardner. Racing, still 20 laps remain. Down into turn 1. Bear trying to get underneath of McClure. Ahern is there as well. Robbie Foe in 4th place as they come past the scene of the crime. Back into the main straight. 5th place is up for dispute as well. Clark and Heinrich and Gardner. Sorry, Clark, Banzema and Gardner. Barry, Henry, Watts and Lenny Bates. Sean Henry on the outside of Banzema. So they come into the main straight. It's McClure, Bear, Ahern. Jason Oldfield's over on the back straight sideways. Surely the yellows will come on. They have. And on lap number 23, we get another stoppage. It'll be a lap 22. Here's the restart coming up. McClure, Bear, Ahern and Foe. Down into turn 1, Pitts Bend. Who's going to make the first move? The first move looks like it could be from Mark Gardner. Onto the outside of Mick Clark. This is out of 3 and 4. Brad McClure leads with 18 laps to go. From Anthony Bear, Morris Ahern, and also the 11 car of Robbie Foe, or 111 Robbie Foe. Clark in 5th place. Trouble further back, Jason Oldfield has spun. He's going to get himself mobile and the race continues. Brad McClure leads them down the main drag. Bear, Ahern, back in 4th place is Robbie Foe. And the big news is no one has got away this time. 16 to go this time around. McClure by car length from Bear, from Ahern. Ahern, oh, Bear and Ahern again have had it coming together. And Robbie Foe this time's trying to fight back on the outside. He gets around Morris Ahern. This has allowed McClure to skip away. Out of 3 and 4, Bear still in second. McClure away from Bear. Ahern on the outside is Robbie Foe. Looking for a way through is Michael Clark. And on the outside comes Stevie G. Stephen Gardner goes on the outside now of Robbie Foe, who thunders into the back end of Morris Ahern. 14 to go, McClure is clear. Barring a restart, they won't catch him. Second place is Oldfield. Storming round the outside into third is Mark Gardner. On the inside is Morris Ahern. The fifth place car is 111 Robbie Foe. Back then to Michael Clark in a wall of cars for the minor placings. 12 and a half laps left to run. And barring some extraordinary mishap or a restart, Brad McClure won't be caught. Into the main straight, McClure leads. His lead is 1.55 seconds. Back in second place, it's Anthony Bear. Gardner in third place, Mark Gardner. Back to Morris Ahern. Fifth place is still Robbie Foe. Then Michael Clark, Sean Henry, Richard Banzema. 11 laps to go. The margin is still 1.4 seconds. Ahern underneath of the 125 of Mark Gardner. Robbie Foe fifth. And then back to Michael Clark. Lenny Bates is out. They're three wide further back in the field. Either side of Banzema. It's the 52 of Watts and Sean Henry on the outside. The margin is 1.1 seconds. So Bear takes 0.3 of a second out of the lead of Brad McClure. 9 laps to go. McClure and Bear. The margin is 0.8. Maybe I've gone early with the call that he won't be caught. It's back to 3 car lengths. Back then to Ahern in third. Gardner fourth. Robbie Foe back in fifth place. I don't even think he can win from there. Out of turn 4 with 8 to go. McClure now with Bear on his back bumper. Back then to third place, Morris Ahern. I don't know why I made such a silly call a couple of laps ago. Back then to Mark Gardner in fourth. Robbie Foe holding off Michael Clark as now Gardner goes the outside of Morris Ahern. 7 to go. The margin was 0.4. The margin is 0.7 this time around. It's 2 car lengths. McClure to Bear. Still Ahern and Gardner side by side. Fifth place is that of Robbie Foe. Out of turn 4 with 6 to go. 34 laps down. And it's McClure, the 3 times champion, leading the defending champion Anthony Bear. Gardner and Ahern are still side by side. Gardner back around to the third place. So come out of turn 4, 5 laps to go, Redline, in the Australian final. It's McClure, Bear back within 0.5. Here he comes, back up behind McClure. Ahern back to third, Gardner back to fourth. No, Gardner's back to third, Ahern back to fourth. 4 to go this time around. The rest of them can't win. Into the main straight is McClure and Bear. 4 to go, the margin's 0.425. Up into the top turn. Back to Ahern is back to third. Gardner on the outside still, as they have been. The fog's rolling in the concluding stages. McClure's off the curb this time. Out of turn 4 with 3 to go. It's McClure just in front. Bear in second place, ready to pounce. Up into the top turn. Ahern and Gardner, as they have done for the last 15 laps, have run side by side. They'll come up this time with 2 to run. It's McClure just in front. Right behind him is Anthony Bear. There's a wall of cars for 5th place behind Robbie Foe. And here he comes. He's looming up on the outside. Anthony Bear is going to get desperate. Side by side now. 1.5 to go. McClure in front. On the outside comes Anthony Bear. The white flag is out. They're homeward bound to the Australian final. And the margin as they cross the line is 0.09. Not 0.9, 0.09. It's McClure and Bear. Bear hits the front. Bear hits the front down into turn 4. They come out of 3 and 4. Oh my goodness. What a finish. It's a drag race. McClure, Bear, photo. Bear gets it. Bear gets it by 0.01. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? Anthony Bear has won by 0.019 of a second. Oh my goodness. Anthony Bear, Brad McClure and Mark Gardner. The margin is 0.019. Oh, can you believe it? History is made because it is the closest winning margin of all time.
0.019 seconds.
the closest finish ever in a national final in the biggest event of all time. Oh, by the way, third place was Mark Gardner, Maurice Ahern was fourth. Stephen Watts has got fifth in a blanket finish for the Miners. Hayden Norman, Robbie Foe, Sean Henry, Michael Clark, Reece Heinrich, Matt Templar, Kyle Walters, Troy Russell, Dale Riley Jr. are your finishers in the Australian final, the closest of all time. Hang on, we got donuts by third. An extraordinary race. So Anthony Bear here into the main straight. I don't think he's finished with the burnout somehow. Brad McClure, great sportsman, comes up and gives him the thumbs up. Our final placings are Anthony Bear, McClure, Gardner, Ahern, and the 52 car. Of Stephen Watts. What a race we've just seen. So we get ready for the presentations. Presentations in just a moment to our top five. Ladies and gentlemen, after all the commotion, I'll say it again, we've just witnessed the closest ever finish in an Australian final of all time. .019 of a second. So we'll have the presentations in a moment. Here come the trophies and the sashes. It's hard to describe.